on this site to try to protect yourselves. So at the very beginning, they pledged some type of allegiance to the Fagship out there, you know, and they knew the reenacted actress was stealing, so they couldn't look. So as she built herself up with Hannah's work and she was glorifying herself because that's what they like to do, pose, it just got worse and worse as Hannah kept writing in illness. They didn't comprehend that years later after death, Hannah would kind of calm down and re-look at everything. She dropped her Iraq ethics work, her conversion work, even looking for money. She's now busy studying them as the United States military, God knows what happened to them, and probably went overseas, took a leave of absence for their religious duty or whatever they're doing out there, and arbitrarily just grabbed men off the street and stuck them into prison, and they're forcing certain things on them. First of all, you're definitely not boy club as you project yourselves to be. Second, that's not how we conduct stuff. If we have a resource problem, you didn't resolve anything. Well, they hate women like Hannah, you know. And too bad if their goddess stole it. Boys come first. You know how it is in Kurdistan. And Hannah's just sitting here shaking her head because we're 16 years later and they're just parked. These are the new little guys. They're just parked up the street. Last night they came in. They, I don't know if you can see it, but it's really cute. One second. I had done work on Snow White. This was left last week. And it's so funny because Judy, as a little kid, pushed Ron, and Ron is one of the SEALs that were involved at the very, very, very beginning when I was on Spadina at UFT. So that's just last week because they want to reenact it and there's some type of order and, you know, they're pledging alliances to fag them. And I mean, I'm looking at them funny. What is the concern? Number one, they're going to eventually start injuring orcas, females, the female of the gay society. Like, because they haven't resolved anything. Forget about locking up women to produce children. None of these things are normal. None of these things are efficient. And instead of coming in my house to leave me a book in the hopes that I reenact the story, because I don't want to do that, where you're 16. We just want to finish. And I know you've heard that 1,000 times. But look what this person's going through. Today, like, you know, I'll have coconut milk, for example, and the taste will come out funny. You don't know if they broke through the AI lines just to let me know they need attention and mess with the coconut, or is it actually really just a bad batch? So damn frustrating. Year 16 of one person's life. And she dropped everything to study these men. In the end, she's not competing. That's her son in there. She represents the dead women. You know. So, in saying that, you know, as we try to push the exhibit, I get a message from the Kurds saying, oh, she's forcing us. Nobody's forcing you. I'm the legal owner. The directive should have come from me at the beginning. Instead, you were pledging alliances to your Fagship. I am not against man on man. In fact, it's quite sexy, to be honest, in the dark. It's quite sexy, actually. The security. But we don't want to be dumb women left behind while China and India knows everything. And it brought out another quick concern. Where's the genuine Indian women? Apparently they were made into prostitutes, some of them. And they just like go in and breed them and take the kids. You don't see anything funny with this? Another interesting fact, and it's such a blessing. It's such a blessing we brought it this far. This far, year 16. So, in saying that, do subscribe because I won't continue and you're going to be left with this shit. And you better be ready to be paying some bills. Another entry.